Oh, hi. Um, all right, so the audio might be a little bit different. You might just hear the audio from the game. That's it. That's the only difference. All right, good. I'm going to take my headphones off. That sounds right. I'm moving this over here. This window's way too large. Need to make that less large. All right. All right. All right. Make it even less large than that. Okay. Hello, everybody. So I was doing this earlier, just now. So I'll show it to you because I was going through and thinking, man, I really wish I could see the stats. And so I decided to make a thing where I could see the stats. So now when I press play here, I've got this player properties thing, which shows all the stats. And so, you know, which is really cool actually because I got things like, whether they have it equipped, and if they do have it equipped, their attack, damage, bonus, proficiency, minimum and maximum damage, stuff like the armor class, the shield equipped, or if they have no shield equipped, and then block chances at various attacker accuracies, so you can kind of get a sense of like, oh, how likely they are to block. Now, this means I can also increase things like these values, and as I increase my speed, you can see that my block chances go up, which is also really cool. It's really going up with this lookup value number on the right, because your points equate to a final stat, which equates to a lookup value, which equates to the math. So, so this Chandrell here has, if she had 0 points, she'd actually have 2.8 might because of the strong short bow. But as her might goes up, and I realized I haven't taken might into account when I did damages. And I think that should be taken into account. Like somehow I think this value, this 3, should be added to the max damage, or something. Maybe 3 minus the value from the defense's armor class or something. I'm not sure exactly, but something. So this is what I was doing. So I can actually change. This is going to be helpful for debugging. I can change the values here. Maybe eventually I'll have an option of equipping weapons and other stuff so that I can just try things out. That'll be really neat. And then I'm going to build this for enemies as well, for NPCs. I'm going to do it slightly differently for NPCs, though, I think, because there's going to be different information I want to know about them, like their state, AI state, and other things like that. But for the main players here, this is a nice little handy table. So that's what I was doing for the past hour and a half. And this is the code right here. I was actually trying to get this to work with my custom editor, which is a class in my Infinity PBR class that I use, and it has all this fancy things. But for some reason, whenever I do it, custom editor, I was getting this parameter. Well, here I'll show you what I was actually doing. I was copying custom editor. Any of these really, so items editor, not that one, not any of these, turns out. Loot box editor was one, so custom editor, and then loot boxes. So this is a editor of loot boxes, so you can see what I was doing here, but it's getting this error. Unity editor.custom editor doesn't have type parameters, but the thing is, this is not a Unity editor. This is Infinity PBR custom editor. And if I go to Infinity PBR, .custom editor, it still doesn't work. So I don't know how to make a custom editor. So because I don't know that answer right now, I've been doing the long version of all of this code, which is fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, so this is the code that drives that window. So that's cool, right? I agree. Thanks for joining. Feel free to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Most of you have, though. subscribed at least. I got some coffee here. All right, so today I actually did have an agenda today. I was thinking what I want to do tonight, and I've got I started writing notes to myself. Hey, look, I started doing this one. Display properties, party stats. I want to make party stats, but one of the things I wanted to do is figure out how to get these bad guys basically showing up in a randomized fashion. So I close all these. Talking it through. So whenever I spawn a goblin fighter female, I want her to have randomized armor and randomized weapons and randomized shield. So for instance, she might or might not have the shield. She will have a weapon, but will she have this sword, this bone saw sword, or will she have a axe or a dagger, something like that? And will she have the armor? So like, will these pauldrons be there or not? So will she be armored or not? And if she's armored, she will have, more armor, obviously. So I wanted to enable that. And the goblin's pretty good for this because she doesn't have to be too crazy complicated. But she's got all the different components: weapons, armor, shield. So basically, weapon, wardrobe, shield are the three main components. And then I also want to randomize things like the skin tone or texture. We'll do textures for now and add skin tone later. I need to do a shader. I need to make a shader to do skin tones. I can kind of do it now. Let's see what it looks like actually. If I take this one and we just add this color. You can kind of get some different skin tones going on. So maybe I won't need to do a special shader for skin tones. You can get most of what you need from this. You can't get pure white, or something. Oh, look, and silly us. We put the earrings on the same texture as the that's too bad. We should fix that. Same texture as the body. Well, that's too bad. And the eyeball too. The eyes, from now on, all eyes will always be on a different texture set, but we made some mistakes. Mistakes were made. So for now, until an update happens, we can use this method just to change it slightly. But really, or maybe we'll do just different texture sets or something. Something like that. We'll see. So, luckily, I've got some stuff pre-built that will help in this regard. And that is the prefab child and object manager. Oh, shoot. Man. Man. So here's the problem. I have the prefab child manager available, but this is the old version. I want to use the new version, but to use the new version, I have to upgrade the human players too, which is more than I want to do. So I'm going to skip that part for now because there's more to the customization. So yes, I want each individual character to be customized and randomized on load so that they have slightly different weapons. Some have a shield, some don't have a shield. The script I'll write will essentially allow me to force some to have exactly what I want them to have, but others will be randomized so that there's some level of randomization. And every time you play the game, if you start a new game, you'll get a slightly different outcome. But the other thing is this little object here. And it's just an unassuming primitive called Goblin Level 1. And Goblin Level 1 has an actor object on it. Now, I'm going to update this because I can do better. I'm going to update it. I think I'm going to do a custom inspector for it as well. because it's something that I'm going to use a lot, and I want it to be pretty. So essentially what this is a few things. It controls the actor. So let's say this is the actor that came out of this. It has things like the bounding box, which I believe, I think I'll have to double check, it's been a while, but I believe that's basically a collider that I can put in the world, and the character will not want to go outside of that collider. So if they do, if they're outside of that, they want to come back home. They want to go back to the middle, basically. And that way, we can give them a range of area to move on. That's fairly vast, but not too vast, and they'll always go back home. So that's one of the ways. Other stuff, I don't know if we're going to need this whole attacking player thing, or we need the active model, this object ID. I'm not sure which of these we actually need, but the real goal here is you've got potential models, and you can see there's some duplicates, and essentially when the level first loads, the script will choose a random one and choose a random spawn point. If there's empty, then it'll just spawn right here, and then you can have different spawn points, and then that's randomization for you. This is something that will then be saved and serialized later, so you won't have different things spawned every time you open the map. It'll only happen the very, 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 very first time. So we can do that today. That's something we can do today, and I think that'll be interesting enough. And it's something I absolutely need to do in order to get towards these bad guys attacking again, and saving. I need to be able to save. I need to get back to make sure that things are saving and serialized properly. So this is an important step, and I think it's a valuable step to make. So let's load up this script. I'm actually going to close others. Oh, wrong one. Close that. Close others. All right. Let me load up this. All right, and we'll look at it. We'll look at this and see how old it is. Actor object. It's very old. I wrote this a while ago. In fact, I wrote this so long ago, back when I still put these all the way over to the right. And I commented all this stuff out. So I'm going to end up rewriting almost all of this, essentially. So at the same time, we can make it pretty. Maybe. If it works, we can make it pretty. We're going to create a new script here, C# script, and we're going to call this actor object. Actually, I'm going to change it to spawner, actor spawner editor, and we're going to change actor object to actor spawner because that's a more appropriate name. So we're going to change that here. Actor spawner. All right. And this is we're going to try to do this as I had it before for the loot box one. I want this to be a custom editor of my type. Custom editor of actor spawner. And this is going to be using Unity editor and loot box. So loot boxes, let's just be absolutely clear here. Loot boxes is a mono behavior. All right, so we're not making any weird assumptions there. And I want these up at the top here. We will import system. And this is going to be of actor spawner. And it's doing the same thing. Unity editor, custom editor does not type parameter. How do I make this Infinity PBR? Can I do that? Does that have any impact? Nope. If I do modules loot for some reason and make that, nope. So I don't understand what's going on. Why this is saying Unity, and I can't do Infinity PBR dot dot custom editor. Nope. Using what is it? There's something where you can say something as like custom editor. I don't know. I'm not sure. Custom editor is this. Using this, like this. Object is Unity editor object. So if I want to say custom editor equals, that doesn't work at all. See, I don't know how to do that. Anyone watching happen to know how to make this be an Infinity PBR custom editor like it is here? That's the thing that gets me, is that it is here, but it isn't here. I don't know how to force this to be. It would be a lot easier to write this script if I knew how, basically. How frustrating. So I'm going to try one other thing. I'm going to find this script. Custom editor. And we're going to duplicate this and call this legend editor. Once I can legend editor. And as this loads, whoops, I'm going to open this window. It's getting hot in here. Okay. And this is going to be legend editor. It's an editor. So now, since custom editor was throwing a problem, apparently this is still giving me an error for some reason. I'm going to say legend editor. Does that not work? What's the error here? What's going on here? Ah. Maybe this is the issue. I don't think I need simple editor. All right. Is this going to work? Let me save this and make this work and then change it maybe. Oh, you wrote your first one today. Good job. Hi, Aaron. Hi, William. That's good. See, now it's not even showing up. So I really don't. Oh, I wonder if this is the issue. No? No, I am at a loss complete loss as to why it works here and not there. All right, let me try something else. Let's try something else. Instead of this, I'm going to delete this actor spawner editor, and we're going to try loot boxes editor. I'm copying that. So let's try that. This was throwing me off earlier too, and now I'm just frustrated with it now. Actor spawner editor. So we're going to delete that, and we will look for loot boxes editor. Loot boxes editor. We're going to duplicate this, call it actor spawner editor. See if we can get it working by itself. If we just change the name here. All right, does that, with no changes, does that work? Okay, it does. Now, can we make it work with actor spawner? Yes, I think so far. I'm wondering if it's just some random, like I'm just not sure how to force it to use the Infinity PBR one, and in this case it's already set to that, so it's just doing it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, there's actor spawner. No reference, but it's yeah, it's blank, so that's something. All right. So script, ignore that. We'll put this here for now. On inspector GUI if we don't have a script. All right. Actor spawner. Then draw default inspector down here. We will remove that and see if we get it working. That's an interesting question. Welcome to the stream. I don't know if it's a different assembly because I don't actually know what that means. I don't know what it means, but this is working here. Oh, I do want to change the namespace. See if that changes anything. Legend of the Stones. That seems to still work. So I'm not sure why this works when it was exactly the same as the other one. But it does. So we have our actor spawner there. We're going to do a default inspector method. Nope, not draw it. Compiled libraries. I think I knew something like that, but I really don't know about assemblies. Draw default inspector, and then here we will say if, actually we'll make editor prefs, and we'll call this spawner draw default. Editor prefs.get bool. And no, set bool. We're going to set it to left check. Oh gosh, look at me. I already got a better one. Left check set bool. I already built this for myself. See, this is why I said that would be easier. Editor or spawner draw default. Draw default inspector. Inspector gadget. Draw default inspector. And then if not editor prefs dot draw dot get bool spawner draw default, then return. Otherwise we'll draw it. Okay, that should work. That should give us a little toggle. Hello, Brandon Bailey. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Aha, now we've got a little toggle. That's nice. Someday I should share my custom editor script, but you can get it in a lot of my packs too. It makes it easier to do editor scripts because I have all these fancy things. Look at these fancy symbols, all these fancy little methods and whatnots. So, all right. So our spawner editor, we're going to split these vertically so we can still see that there. I'm going to bring this even further over. It's a lot of dark gray tonight. Split vertically, and we'll close it over there. So I'll zoom in a little bit here. I will bring this a little bit there. Okay, so let's get to coding this. What do we need? We need spawn points and potential models for sure. And this reset period, the amount of time that must pass before. So 1 year is that. So I'm going to make it an easier to read thing. So we do want reset period to be in just game time, which is in-game minutes essentially. But I want to be able to set it more pretty like. So let's do that. Reset period. I'm going to remove this message box, and we're going to start by doing, what are we going to do? So we're going to do a human readable name here. So basic details, we will call this, I know the object has a name, goblin level 1, so yeah, we can use that. That makes a lot of sense actually. So we will do label big, nope, not up there, label big, script.name. All right, and reset. Okay, show reset period, or maybe we'll just do reset period. And I don't think I need to pass script in, but let's see. So start row and end row, and we're actually going to start vertical box as well, and end vertical box. And then in here we will do label bold, no, bold, label. What do we do? Label. Does label have options for bold? It does. Okay. So we're going to call this reset period, and true. Oops. Hope you're all having a great Sunday night. Do you all have the day off of work tomorrow? Now that Juneteenth is a national holiday, more people should have it off. So I hope you do. And this chair, I've got this nice expensive chair, but I think something's going on with the pad in the back is like hurting my back today. Not sure why. Anyways, I should sit up and not slouch. That might be an issue too. Reset period. And then, so we're going to, let's see. I'm going to put, I'm going to make this actually only 150 wide. Is that not the right order? String int. It's not the right order. Width. Okay. And then we'll do label gray. And we will do script dot reset period. All right. and then underneath that we'll give the options for years, months, and dates. And let's try that. So how do I want that to be? We will say start row and end row. We'll do probably just a field. So text field, years, yeah, actually we'll do this label years, and we'll make this 50 for now, and text field or int field, integer field. No, do I have an integer field? I don't think I do. Float field. What do I have? I have to look at my own stuff. It's been a while. Int field. Oh, just int. Okay, well that's int. No label for this. We're just going to be we're going to add that to our script here. We'll put it down here maybe. Private private int reset period years equals oh, and I make an underscore there, and then we'll do public int reset period years get set. Alright, so reset, or oops, so it's going to be script dot reset period years is equal to int script dot reset period years, and we'll make this 50 as well, although make it 40. I don't think we need to make that 50. And we're going to do the same for months and days. So let me just copy and paste, and we'll say reset period days, reset period months. I'm not going to go deeper than days and months. I don't need to worry about hours. You could always add it later, but I don't think I'm going to have any dungeon or anything where things reset within hours. Oops. So public int reset period days and public int reset period months. Perfect. And then we will copy and paste this here as well. Oh, forgot this one. Boom and a boom and a boom, boom, boom. Reset period days, reset period months and months and months and days. Let's see how this works. I should probably default this to 1 and this to 0 and this to 0. Did I save everything? Did it not work? Let's see. Local government didn't give you the day off. Well, this is why you vote the bums out, so they give you the days off. Yep. I think they should also make voting day a federal holiday. At least the big one every 4 years. Take a day off and tell people, that everything should be closed in the morning so everyone can go vote, and then all the bars and restaurants open up in the afternoon and the evening so we can all celebrate democracy here in America. All right. So we got years, months, days, and then I'm going to basically say if any of these change, it's going to recompute this, and at the start, it's going to recompute that too. So let's do the recomputation first. And we will also now revert this to here, and we'll do script, and then if not script, then script, then we'll return. Otherwise, we will do recompute. Or actually, we can just build that in here, so this can be a property instead, and we'll just change this to reset period. I don't need that, and then we will make this into a compute reset period. Actually, this is going to be simpler than that. It's kind of simple. Public or private int compute reset period. It's very simple. We need to make sure we have actually, we'll see if it works. Unity, yeah, this is actually going to be a little tricky because we can't recompute this at edit time. We can only recompute at runtime because it requires game. So we can do it a little. We can work this. Legend.game. So we will only recompute it if we have game. If we don't have game, then we can't do it because we don't got game. You know. Well, you wouldn't get a day off, but at least you would have more work to do because hopefully more people would vote, right? And maybe they'd hire more people to work with you, and it would be a party for you guys too. All right, so compute reset period is going to be if game equals null, then return return -1. Otherwise, whoa, what just happened? All right, yeah, otherwise we will say, so var year value is going to be equal to reset period years times game.data.gametime dot game minutes per game time per year, and we will put game time up here as well, or somewhere we will put game time. We will put this down here maybe. Public game, game time. Wait a minute, public game time is going to be that. That way we can just say game time per years. And then, you see where I'm going with this? Month value, reset period months, reset period days, game time per day, game time per month, day value, and we add those all up together, and we will return year value plus month value plus day value, and that's our reset period. So we will now make sure that up here we have reset period. All right, reset period. Good. Let's see if it works. So I think it won't compute it at when we're not at runtime. because it might actually, I don't know, I can't remember. Okay, no, it's not doing it. So it's not going to recompute it because at runtime we have access to our saved game, and that has the data about game time, which is unique. It can change, right? So there we go. So now we've got 1 year is 518,400 minutes. Is that right? Let me load up calculator. Whoops. No. Find calculator app. There we go. All right. So we're going to do what was it? Just to confirm that we're getting the right value. 518,400 divided by, I think there's, I think I said 30 days per month. So 30 days, whoops, divided by 30 is that many. Oh, wait, no, one times 30. So that's actually how many in-game minutes. So divided by, I'm doing regular human maths on this. So divided by 60. And that's how many hours divided by 24. That's how many days, 360. So 360 days. 1 year is 360 days. So that is the correct number, which is great. So now we just need to yeah, that's it. So 1 year. So if I want this to respawn every 1 year, 6 months, then we do that, and then the number should be different. Let's just make sure. That's fancy. It makes it a little easier. There we go. Oh, no, that's not right. It didn't save it? Why didn't it save it? Are we not serializing things? Actor spawner. It doesn't look like we are. And look at that. We're also not in the right namespace. And that's important because that means this is an old script, essentially. That's what that means. That means I made this script before doing stuff like that. All right, so I think now it should save it. Or do I need to put serializable on these? Or something like that. Or serialized field, some serialized field. Maybe I need to do that because they're private. We could fudge one. I mean, I could assume that that's 30 and all that. What's going on here? Oh, now all my old stuff is throwing errors. So let me just using Infinity PBR Legend of the Stones. That should fix that. Any other script that's it looks like that's the only script that was using that, but so all my old scripts that I haven't removed, because if I remove all my old scripts, everything falls apart, or really I just get a lot of errors. So yeah, I mean, we could fudge it, but it doesn't really matter. The number here is really just used for internal purposes, I guess, during runtime. The human readable one is the way to go. In many cases, I'm going to want to say it's 1 year. But let's just see if this saves. I hope it does. I don't want to have to figure something else out. It doesn't. It doesn't seem to save. Well, that stinks. Why wouldn't it be saving this value? These values don't seem to be saved. I don't think it's loading any data. Yeah, I'm gonna have to change all that. Okay, yeah, it's not loading any data, so I don't know. Wow, it's like your entire mastermind group came? Just like, instead of talking to each other, you're like, oh, let's go watch Andrew's stream. That's fun. I hope that mastermind thing works out really well. I don't know why it's not saving. It should be. I would think it would be. I've got here, we can see that there. If I put 10 here, 10 days there, then it shows up there. Is it because I didn't hit the save button, maybe? Did I not set dirty? Maybe I need to set dirty. Maybe that's what I'm forgetting to do. Yeah, I just didn't save. I didn't actually save. I didn't press the save button. Like literally just, oops. Well. Yeah. All right, so I just need to remember to actually save the game, the data, before I press play and test. So 0 days, 1 year. If I had 0, then that would mean it would respawn immediately after it gets killed. Or picked up, not killed. Dead body picked up. Or maybe killed. Probably killed. Alright, so 1 year, save the game. Now it should work. Alright. That's fine. Alright. Moving on. After reset period, let's do a space. And then after reset period, what else do we need? We need our spawn points. So this will be fun. We'll create new spawn points in the editor or in the scene view from the script. So that's going to be a fun thing to have. Not done that before. I know I can, but I've never done it. So they're going to spawn points. Oh. And we'll create that method here. I guess we can close these as well. Just keep it clean. So our spawn points is going to be similar to reset period. We'll start with the box. And we'll end with the box too. So I'm just going to copy this for now, and we'll do make sure we do our end row, end row and end vertical box and space at the bottom as well. And then our main content will be there, but we'll do spawn points. And in our label gray, we will do script.spawnpoints.count length. And actually, I'm going to make this a list of game objects. And we will make it a new list of game objects. And so this will be count. And we'll say points. And really, it's going to be count plus 1 because this main object is a point as well. No. So how about this? We'll do, to be absolutely clear, we'll say, yeah, if script.spawnpoints.count equals 0, then we'll do one thing. Otherwise, we'll say this. So this object's position will be is the only spawn point. Let's see if that works. It should just show up right here on the right now. It should, but apparently it needed me to click over first. And I'm getting errors. Okay, well, great. Gain control points within your group. What? Oh, I must have. Do I have the right number of things here? I've got an extra end row. That's why. That's why whenever I do a start row, I always try to do an end row, because that is a common error. Hey, do you guys like the emojis in the titles? I started doing that yesterday, mostly because Apple gave me this menu with the function key, and it keeps annoying me, and then I realized, hey, since it exists, I should use it. So I've been putting emojis in the titles, thinking that might get more clicks. Spawn points. This object's position is the only spawn point. Great, and I will remove that period just for style's sake. And then we will do down here, if button add spawn point, then we will add a spawn point. And after that, we will also do, what is it, exit GUI? Yeah. So we will do an add spawn point and clean that up. And then down here, we will do for each var spawn point in script.spawn points dot. Then we will do draw spawn point. Spawn point. Perfect. This will do nothing for now, but it will do something soon. For each one, it's going to draw to do. All right, and we'll do that in a second. We'll do the add one first. So when we add a spawn point, we're going to need to create an object in the editor, and then add it to the script and remove its various components. So let's see. There is a method for this. Let's see. Unity 3D editor create primitive or instantiate primitive. Actually, I think I might know this. Var new spawn point equals instantiate something instantiate I can't type primitive. Create primitive. That's it. All right, that's right here. Game object dot create primitive. So it's actually going to be not instantiate, game object dot create primitive, and it's going to be primitive type of a capsule. All right, and then new spawn point dot transform dot position is equal to script dot game object dot transform dot position. I can just cut out game object there. Finally, at the very end, we're going to do some more stuff in the middle there, like removing components we don't need. But right here at the end, we will do script dot spawn points dot add new spawn point, and we will also call this new spawn point dot name is going to be how about name spawn point, and then script dot spawn points dot count. I could probably write a method to always have one higher than the latest number, but I think this is fine. They don't have to be unique names by any means. All right, so we have the button. Ooh, and the spawn point button needs to be on a different row. Oh, that's why I had the end row. Right here, end row, because we had the start row for that, and then down here we don't need an end row down there, so essentially. And the other thing I want to do is Unity 3D editor script, select object in scene view or project view or something. Editor script to select scene objects. Solution is here. Well, that's exciting. This is from 2010, but it probably still works. Haven't tried. Blah, 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 blah. Select tags. Nope. The file name has to exactly... I don't know what that means. I'm just skimming. Selection, active transform. Nope, nope, nope. Nope. That's not what I was looking for. Maybe this is. Ah, this is much more recent. Selection, active transform. Maybe that. Let's try that. We'll see if that works. I like the enthusiasm. You know, honestly, I still think I'm a newbie, and I realize I'm not a newbie anymore, but I think that should never go away necessarily. So now we will select it. Why did these open up again? I thought I closed all those. We want to select it. Active transform equals dot transform. Whoops. See if that works. All right. Because the idea is once we select it, once we create it, we want to move it to a different spot. All right. It almost worked. And I don't want a capsule, I want a cylinder, it turns out. But that's okay. All right. So it almost worked. What was our name? Script.name. That's the name. Spawn points count. We will transform. The position didn't work. But maybe we can do plus vector. Whoa, not that. Vector 3 dot up divided by 2. Does that work? And since I can't remember math orders of operations, I don't need to do that. I thought that was the case, but I wanted to confirm. So that's going to move it up by half a meter, technically. So we've got the name right now. We don't need the collider at all. And it's actually not going to be a capsule, it's going to be a cylinder. And then yeah, so then we will say new spawn point dot remove component. No, how do you remove a component? Remove component. I will answer that question in just a second. Destroy. Oh, is it destroy? That's it. It's still destroy. All right. So we're gonna say destroy new spawn point dot get component caps or collider. I think that should work. And yeah, we don't want that collider. Okay, let's see if that works. So the question is, are you using a newer M1 Mac or the older Intel processor model? My wife has a Mac Pro laptop pre-M1, and I work far, for how well I could code on it. Yeah, so is the new M1. It is the, what kind is it? About this Mac. It is this one, the M1 Max, 64 memory, 16-inch. Basically, it's a super expensive one. It was way too much money. I'm actually annoyed at Apple because their prices jacked up big time this year on across the board. You know what I think this back pain is? I think it's a kidney stone. I think it might be a small kidney stone starting out in the kidneys. That's what it feels like now. I don't think it's the chair at all. God damn it. I get kidney stones every once in a while. And maybe I've had too much salty food in the past few months and it's catching up to me. Could be all the Fritos I've had in the past couple weeks. I usually don't eat much salt. But anyways, the point is, this was an expensive laptop, but it was replacing an Intel iMac that was about 2 years old. Every 2 years I will upgrade my computer, give or take. And I wanted a laptop so I could take it on the road with me and do my games of stuff at the coffee shop. So it's perfectly fine. It's definitely faster, I think, than the Intel one. It seems, I mean, I can't tell. It seems like it's faster, or at least equally fast. Yeah. So, spawn point 0, and we'll have to do a parent as well. So let's do that real quick. And also a check to see if anything is missing. Spawn points. So on enable, we're going to do another thing here. Remove missing spawn points. And to do this, we are going to simply go and say script. Yeah, it's a kidney stone. That's what it is. Definitely a kidney stone. That's the feeling right there. Oh boy. Well, damn it. And if I can feel it in my back, that means it's a bigger one. Usually I don't feel it in my back. God damn it. Well, it'll take a few months to come out, or weeks at least, if not months. Script dot spawn points dot where spawn where x dot, what's my spawn points? X equals null dot remove all where x equals that. Yeah, there we go. So that should do that. I'm gonna be distracted for the rest of this stream. All right, so I'm removing missing spawn points. That way, if we do destroy one, then it will just fix itself, and that's fancy and nice. The other thing we need to, when we add one, is to say new spawn point dot transform dot parent equals script dot transform. Why is this? Oh, because we are doing that. So we have bar transform equals script transform, and we will use just that then, and just that then. Wow. Yeah. Well, this PC I got, so I got that gaming PC. it's a damn good thing as a tax write-off because it was $5,000. But I said to myself, first of all, if I'm gonna get a PC, it's gonna be last. I'm not gonna replace this one every 2 years, so it better freaking last. And it was on sale. I think it was actually 4,200 on sale or something. It was supposed to be 5,000 something. It was astronomical, but I also figured that I shouldn't skimp out because the whole point was to play games and learn from them, and it's done that, so it will be a worthwhile in the end. I'm making an entire environment pack based on a game that I played on that with inspiration from that. So it's worth it, but man, they're expensive. So let's test this. We're gonna delete this. We're gonna go to our spawn point here. Let me just select it. This one. It's the only one. Good. Add a spawn point. It is now a spawn point. Good. It is now at the right size. We didn't remove the capsule collider. Did I spell it wrong? I probably just did. Collider. Capsule collider. So we need to remove the capsule collider. All right. That's fine. I'll just remove this now. We'll test it in a second. And then we can move this to wherever we want. I wonder if I can change the color. Can I change the color of a default material on a per object basis? Oh, look, this is low. That's why. No, that's not why. All right, well. Can we change the color? Let's see. Let's see. What would it be for changing the color? New spawn point dot material dot mesh renderer dot get component mesh renderer dot material dot color equals color dot gray. We'll do green for now just to make it snazzy. Aha, it totally works. So I'm going to do something different than this. Rather than just making that color, so we're going to make it color gray. And then I'm going to do something slightly different. So game marker, I want... Let's see. So I want to be able to select this and have it select the parent. So what I'm going to do is I'm not sure if I need that. So I'm going to copy these. Let me put this on the game marker. And copy this. And goblin level 1. I'm going to delete these for now. Move this out. Cancel that. Unpack prefab. Move that out. Delete this one. And then update this destroy at start. That's not what I want. I'm going to namespace Infinity PBR Legend of the Stones. Fix that first, and then I'm going to make a new version of this. I don't want to destroy the entire game object on start, but I do want to keep this script because I like that script. But remove component in our actor spawner. we will say destroy at start does just on enable. Yeah, so actor spawner. Where's our start? Do we have a start? We have a wake. Let's do this. I don't know what this is. We'll keep it there for now. But we will say, what are we destroying? We want to destroy the mesh renderer and the mesh filter. Or just turn the mesh renderer off. So we'll say get component mesh renderer dot enabled equals false. That's all we'll do. Just turn it off at the start. No big deal. We don't have to destroy the object. It's not going to interact with anything. Just turn it off. We don't have to be fancy. All right, and then on this script now, when we have it or one of its children selected, I want to change the color of all the things. So when this is selected, it will turn green. When it's not selected, it will be white, and the children will be gray. Let's see, does gray work? Yeah. So gray works. All right. So we will create a new script. Will be say actor spawner marker color changer. Is that too many words? I don't think so. Yeah, so we're going to say let's see if this works. Update. Whoops. In our update, we're going to say if on. I guess this only needs edit mode, so maybe we don't need this. Maybe we can do it in here. Void selection is one of us. Actually, bool. If selection equals script.gameObject, return true. What's selection again? Active transform equals script.transform, return true, and then return false. If script dot spawn points dot where first or default x dot transform equals selection dot active transform. Okay, so we're going to take this. This should be null or something, and we'll return that does not equal null. All right, so if we're selected this, then it will, this object, then we'll return true. Otherwise, we'll return only if we can find the selection object transform in our list. That should work. And then on inspector GUI. yeah, so do color selection changes. We'll do color changes. How about that? Do color changes. If selection is one of us, then script dot game object dot get component mesh renderer dot dot color dot material dot color equals color dot green, and for each var child in script dot spawn points, we'll do spawn point spawn point dot get component mesh renderer dot material dot color equals color dot yellow. Okay, then we'll do private void update colors. I'm gonna color 1 and color 2. We'll do this with color 1 and color 2. Oops. And so if it's one of us, then we will say update colors, color green and color yellow. And okay, so if it's not one of us, then we return. Otherwise, we do our color update. Can we just do this? No, that's fine. And then I will also want to reset colors. And if it is one of us, then we return. Otherwise, we do color white and color gray. Let's see if this works. And actually, even maybe better. And then we can do this and get rid of that. And see if it works. You did. The way I stack my scene in game view, really. You know, I've been doing this since 10 years ago. I think, like, in my layout, this RPG, I think this was or 2x3. Essentially, yeah, this is essentially it. This is what I had years and years ago when I first started using Unity. This is what I selected, so I've been using it ever since, pretty much. Well, that just ruined all my selections. Oh well. We can test this. Ooh. Oh. All right, so it happened when I selected it, but now we need an is there an unselect or something? Public void on unselect. Let's see. There's got to be something like that. Unity 3D editor on unselect. Manually unselect a handle. How do you deselect? Selectable on deselect UI. Editor. When method when object is not selected. Does anyone know that off the top of their head? It wasn't a built-in layout. I mean, there are built. Is 2x3 a built-in layout? Actually, I have no idea. It might be a built-in layout. I thought I may have made it, but now that I think about it, I have no idea. It's been a decade. How do you do a thing when it's not selected? Maybe it's when it's on disable. Let's see, protected virtual void on disable. We'll try that, and we'll do color change. No. Scene contains no matching elements. 84. Oh. Okay, so if that's null, then we'll return false. I don't know if that's what this is saying, but yeah, it's not saying that. 85. Sequence contains no matching elements because there are no elements. So I guess we can say if script.spawnpoints.count equals 0 and return false. Hey JT Lewis, how are you? Wrong one. Still getting the error? Or is that from before? Okay, so we're not getting that error anymore. But this is not being... Oh, we are still getting that error. Why are we still getting that error? 86 now. Script.spawnpoints.first. X transform equals selective active transform. But we're already accounting for if this is null, and if this is 0, then we return false. So we shouldn't be having an issue with the first, and they should all have transforms. We have one spawn point, and it has a transform, of course. Move that. We don't need that. Total War sounds like one of those long games, like Civilization, that can take months and months and months if you really wanted it to. Well, I don't know why that random this is happening. Starts at 482, goes to 84, do color changes. I'm not sure why it's doing this because spawn points first. It should just give me null or something. But the error is sequence contains no matching elements. Wouldn't that just return null then? Oh, you like that video, the scorpions one? Thank you. I like it too. So I don't know what that error is all about. It doesn't make sense to me. And it happens on the disable one. So what we can do instead of doing that, maybe because we're not selecting it, so instead I'm just going to call where's the color changes? Do color changes. I'm just going to call update colors, and we are going to do color gray and color white. With an uppercase C. Whoops. Alright, so maybe that'll fix it. Because now we're not even checking. We just know when we deselected them it needs to be gray, so no big deal. No big deal. Alright. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Magic. It works. So now when I select it, ooh, the dog barked. Now when I select it, it turns colorful, and when I unselect it, it turns back. So that'll make it easier for me to see what's what. And I can go a little bit further. I'm going to go a little bit further. Is that all right if I go a little bit further down this rabbit hole? I'm going to choose custom colors and add these up here. So spawn points. So spawn points is going to be that, and then we're going to do the label gray, and then we're going to do two colors. So we will do, we're going to record these down here. We'll say hide in inspector, public color, color 1 and color 2. And these are going to be equals color.white and equals color.gray, not green, gray. Ooh, no, green. Wait a minute. Color 1 on is going to be green. Color 1 off is going to be white. And color 2 on and off is going to be yellow and gray. All right, and then and then here we will do label color 1, and this is going to be make it 40, see if 40 works, and then label color 2 or main and points and 40 as well. Okay, and then for each one of these we're going to do color field script dot color 1 on, whoops, and we will make sure to set that, and then a width of 20, color 1 off, two off, and 2 on. All right. And then for our colors up here, we don't need to update those. We will just choose, actually we do need that. We will trip here. Okay. Color 1 on, script.color 1 off, script.color to on and script.color to off. All right, this will help me keep things organized in the scene. So if I have if I visually want to see like, oh, where are my spiders, I can make my spiders a different color. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, we'll make that a different line. They're too small. They need to be, these fields need to be bigger than 20. I was hoping they'd just be small boxes. I'm sure I could do that in some way, but I don't want to worry about that. So we will keep this as end row, and we'll make the colors a new start row. And main, we can make these larger now, and these can be larger as well. Copy paste, save it. All right. So these can actually be smaller. That's too much, and I can add a small gap right here as well. Label nothing with 30, just to throw some space in between those two. And actually, while I'm thinking about it, we can make these a little bit smaller too. Alright, so main will now be, look at that, I can do that. Red, and points will be orange. I mean, we could do like that type of thing. And then when it's off, it's those. So it's actually, if I want to match that, it would be dark red, right? Yeah, that's neat. How's that for some editor scripting? You can steal that and call it a day. All right, and then we add a spawn point. Oh, why is that? Oh, interesting. Okay, I must have broken my script. This says I need to destroy immediate instead. Is one of us. So if the active transform is null, return false. Active transform is ours, then return true. If there's no spawn points, then return false. Otherwise, well, it should work. Oh. No, it won't work. It won't work because I don't have a script calling that, duh. So I do need... I do need another script here. Shoot. That's fine. I can do that. Each one of these is going to have a script on it anyways, I think. So we're going to create that now. We're going to call this actor spawn point. And we will load this up and make sure that when we create this, we will add it. So new spawn point dot add component actor spawn point. And we will load this up. And bring it over here. Oops. Do we have move to opposite group? And then actor spawner editor. Because I want to run into that issue before of the whole custom thing, I'm going to call it, just duplicate it, actor spawn point editor. Load this up and change the name, actor spawn point editor, and it's actor spawn point and actor spawn point. Okay, we can do a lot of changes here. On disable, we will say well, I don't know. There's probably a better way of doing this, but I'm not sure. Serializable. So on enable, we will say script align colors, and in private void align colors, we will say color one on. Well, how about this? We'll say script, okay, var actor spawner equals script dot transform dot parent dot get component actor spawner and if actor spawner equals null, then we'll actually forget that we're gonna have that. It can throw an error if it doesn't. That's fine with me. So actor spawner is that. Make it spell properly, and then actor spawner. No, not that. We'll say script dot color one on equals actor spawner dot color one on, and you see where we're going with this. Perhaps copy paste a bunch of times, 2 and 2 and off and off, and copy paste. Copy, paste, copy, paste. So we match the colors at the on enable. And then, on disable, we have to fix that in the other one too. We're going to say script.color1 off and script.color2 off. And this has to match this one as well on disable. Where is it? Make this a little smaller. Fix that. That was a bug. I make this one a little bit bigger for y'all. All right, and then we don't need to move that. We don't need to do, well, on inspector GUI. Yeah, we can do that, and we can do color changes. We'll keep color changes, and we'll keep draw default inspector. We're not going to do color changes. All right. I mean, I guess we could do color changes only on enable, huh? I guess I don't even need to do this color changes. Yeah, so this is actually... Yeah, so update colors on, because enable only happens when I select it and disable only happens when I unselect it. So this makes a lot more sense, and we don't need to do the whole do color changes thing. We can get rid of that method entirely, although I'll keep it just in case I'm wrong about this. can remove it from here though. We will keep update colors, and on this one it's going to be script script dot transform dot parent dot game object. So this is the parent one, and then for each one in script dot transform dot parent and dot get component. What is it? It is actor spawner dot spawn points. All right. That should do that, and the rest we can delete. We can remove do color changes, and we can put this like that, and that should be good. And for this one, we already removed that, so let's see if that works. Aha, it works. So this one doesn't have that script, so I'm going to delete, oops, not duplicate, I'm going to delete these all. And so that's working there. If I create a new spawn point, I can now move this around. If I unselect it, it goes away. If I select any of them, it, okay, so now it's working. Look at that. That's fun. I like that. This kidney stone's gonna suck. Hello everyone. There are 12 watching now, but only 10 thumbs up. So I hope that you all will see fit to give it a thumbs up. And if you like my banter about my kidney stone, then you can subscribe and hear more about it as it goes through the tract to its inevitable exit in some weeks or months' time. This is why I try to avoid salty food. And if you must know, it's the left kidney. Alright, so that's fun. We got some progress there. Let's do the next step. I like that. I wasn't actually planning on doing that. That was a spur of the moment addition. And I'm glad I did it. Alright, so the next thing we need, now we've got all those spawn points. The next thing we need to do is the potential models. So that's fine. That's easy enough. And actually, I'm going to move this down here. And I'm going to move this down here. And keep those where they are. Okay. So let's move this up. It's going to be a list of spawn points. No. Yes. And now move this up, a list of potential models. Remove my notes. We're going to call this actor options. And in here, we will do a new, oh, we can remove this method now. That's nice. Close all these. I don't know why these keep opening. Do I not use selection as one of us now? No, because I just do the on enable, on disable, huh? Sweet. Okay. I don't know why those keep opening. Spawn points, and then after spawn points, we'll do actor options. actor options is going to be similar to spawn points, so I'll open this up just briefly in order to copy and paste some junk. And actor options, there are no actors in the list, and actor options dot count potential actors, and this is going to be a list. I like lists more than arrays. Am I biased? Yes, I am. End row, end vertical box. That's going to throw an error right now. And then okay, so that should be done. Throwing errors. Let me select it and we'll see if it looks right. Where is it? Goblin level 1. Okay, reset period, spawn points. We have to do there, and then actor options, and we will do a. This is a little technique I use. What the heck? A technique I use in the various inspector scripts I create. We're going to do a var new object equals, or not, to specify game object new object equals object field object. I think just object for me, and this is going to be new object. Oh no, we need to do that here. So another hide inspector, public game object new actor object, and then we'll okay, script dot new actor script dot new actor object. What else do we need? Object type is going to be type of game object, and false. We're not allowing scene objects. Oh, and I need to put my width in there. My width is going to be 100. Why is that giving me an error? Oh yeah. As game object. Okay. And then we will say if script.newActorObject is not null, then we will say script.actorOptions.add new actor object, or script.new option, and then we'll say script.new actor objects equals null. And so that's how we will add it to the list. And we will say also content, actually, yeah. So start row, I should have done this before, but that's okay. And we will say content color, whoops, content color, come on, content color equals color.yellow, and we'll do background color equals color.yellow, and we will do label field, add actor, and we'll make this 50, and then we will end row, and if we do add, we're also going to say exit GUI, so it doesn't throw any random errors. Okay, and then in the middle here, we're also going to do for each var actor object in script.actor options, actor option, show actor option, actor option. I might have to change that and give an index and stuff too, but for now we'll just do the same thing that we did before and write label to do. Okay. New actor option, not actor object. And that should be good. Let's see if it works. We can make add spawn point yellow as well. That's the, or green. Ooh, what's an inguinal hernia? You have to tell me. I can look it up later, but it sounds not good. I've heard the word hernia and not good stuff about it. Oh, thank you, by the way, for those who clicked that thumbs up. There's now 12. There were 10 before, now 12. So thank you for that. Always appreciative. Oh, I need to reset the colors too and make that wider. So add actor should actually be more like 100. And then at the end of this, I need to call my reset color. And that should do that. I can actually move this above too, so the add actor's not yellow. And I can even make this bigger. It just looks bigger. In the add spawn point, background color, color.yellow. Content color, color.yellow, and afterwards reset color, nope, not period, color, and we will make this 150 as well. I generally don't like the buttons to be the full width. It's a personal preference. Alright, so now if we add an actor there, we will find our actors. It's really just going to be, well, we can actually do a check to make sure it's a valid object, but what are they? What were they before? They were, oh, I deleted it. Well, it's goblin female fighter, so let's look for that. Goblin female fighter. It's these prefabs. Goblin fighter female, so we'll add that, see if it works. It works. We'll add a grunt female, and then what do these have in common? Missing scripts. This one doesn't. They need a actor script on them. So we will do a check here. See, they all opened again. We will say if script.actor options.try get component. Does that not work? Oh, new actor option. Try get component actor. We'll try get component out actor actor. If not, then we will do script dot new actor option equal null, and we will do a debug.log warning, and we will say, what will we say? If I can type, we will say script, oops, I can't type, script.newActorOption.name does not have an actor component, and then we will exit GUI. Otherwise, we will do that. All right, let's test that. Let's try add something that's not qualified. Let's throw in this. Oh, we can't even throw in that. That's a... Where are my other prefabs? Ooh, let's throw in one of these. Good. It didn't work. Isn't that fun? Huh, that does sound inconvenient. Sounds very inconvenient. Well, that sucks. Okay. Ugh. All right, I'm going to move on, and we're going to do the show actor option here. So for each one of these, we are going to have the option to delete them. And so, yes. So what we're going to want is a button for deleting. So start row and end row. And in the middle here, we're going to have a if button symbol, whoops, symbol X. Jeez. I guess we don't even need this part. It's just going to be symbol X. Button symbol X 25. Then we will delete it, but we're going to do the background color dot red, and yeah, and then reset color there. And then if we do that, then we're going to yeah, so we do need to pass an int. So I'm going to change this to a for loop, and we will pass in, we'll make that, I, and I'm going to pass in I as well here, and say index int I, and then if we delete it, we're going to say script dot actor options dot remove at I, and then exit GUI. So that's going to delete it. And I should probably do undos as well. So let's see. Undo. Undo. Do I have undo in my custom editor? Undo. I don't. Shame on me. Editor. Whoops. Editor. Editor. Do I have undo here? I didn't do an undo there either. Item, objects, editor, undo. Aha, there it is. I'm looking just to undo record object. That's what it was. I should type it out rather than copy paste. So I'm going to do that. Undo dot record object. Yeah, okay. Script and undo actor options changes. And I'm going to put this in front of each one. Undo spawn points changes and undo reset period changes. All right. So if we do that, we will remove it and exit, and then after that we will say label actor option dot name, and width of 100, and then label we're going to do the chances here. So label gray, because it doesn't have to be that big, and it's going to be 1 divided by script dot actor options dot count times 100% chance of spawning. Let's see if that works. Okay, 0% chance. That's good. 1F. So this can be wider. We'll make it 150. And I think I want to change the percent chance to include others of that type too. Alright, so we got the 50% chance of spawning. But if I add another goblin fighter female, ooh, and I should do, yeah, make those object fields so I can select them. So instead of that, we're going to do object actor option type of game object false as object or as game object. And width of 150. Okay, so that should give me a button I can push to select it too instead. It's not going to, if I change it, it's not actually going to change anything. And we can even go so far as say var temp object equals actor option. And if temp object does not equal actor option, then we will just say actor option equals temp object. It won't actually change it, and none of this matters, so I'm not going to even do that. Jeez. So now if I add another one here, it says 33% chance, but there's actually a 66% chance. So what I'm going to do, I want to reorder this and have a button that says plus button. So like here we will just do a plus and minus button, or for this one we'll just do minus and plus, plus and okay, so a couple things. Remove all x equals actor option. So now the wait. How do you think? What is this? Okay, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. All right, so now it's going to remove all of them. And so I'm going to do a few things here. So we'll do nothing with these buttons for now. They will just be there. And then in my drop down here, I'm going to, where's add actor? Oh, there it is. Just as I started searching for it, I saw it with my eyeballs. So for my add actor here, in my list here, all right, we're gonna say show list or show actor option list, and I'll put that up here. Private void show actor option list, and we're going to switch it back to a for loop. Whoops. So for each var actor option in script.actorOptions.distinct to list, or maybe just distinct. So this is basically going to cut out all the duplicates, and then we will say show actor option. We don't need the I anymore. Uh-oh, dog's barking. Because we're not doing the single one. This is a better option. And honestly, oh no, do I have to go see the dog? Hold on 1 second. Alright, and there's now a dog in on my bed. We'll see if he calms down. He was barking at cars, and well, he shouldn't be barking at cars. So now he's in this room with the door closed, and we'll see. Yes, he will probably lay down on the bed. It's time for him to just fall asleep on my bed anyways. That's usually what he does this time of night. Alright. Where was I? So this is actually overkill for its own method, I believe. So we'll just put it here. And all right. Okay. Show actor option. So now in this, we will remove with the X all that match that, and then we will do a new label. So we'll have our object, and make this 200, I guess, and then we'll do a label, and on our label here we're going to do script.actorOptions.count x equals actor option 2 equals. And we will put an x there, so it'll be times x, and then for this we will do that. Let's just see what happens. I like this better than the thing I had before. Ah, perfect. So now we got 2 of those, 1 of those, and nothing here coming out. So we'll figure that out. Let's do the math outside of this. Var float count equals that, and float total equals script.actorOptions.count, and then float odds are going to be the count divided by total times 100, and we will spit out our odds here. Okay. See if that works. Label gray, and this is going to be a 100, and we'll forget the of spawning. We'll just say 100% chance or whatever percent chance. Huh. Why isn't it showing? Did I miss doing a width on something? I did. This one. That needs width. So if I don't add width, then it goes off and just the GUI goes crazy. I don't know how to control it. I can't control the GUI. All right, look at that. We can make that round too. So what we'll do is multiply by 1000 mathf.round and then divide by 10. Now I'll round it to 1 decimal place instead of this. Excellent. Now this doesn't have to be 40, it can be maybe 25, and we need the plus and minus, and we will do a thing here if shh, stop. You're very cute, but you're being noisy right now, and you're barking at cars. If that equals or is less than equal to, less than equal to 1, then we will do color dot, or rather background color dot gray or black, and content color is color dot gray, and afterwards we'll reset colors either way. So this is basically going to say if you can't subtract, then it's going to just be not colorful. And then if this is, if the button is pressed and that is greater than 1, then we will say script.actorOptions.remove I think this just removes 1, but we'll find out. Exit GUI, and then if we hit the plus, then we'll do script.actorOptions.add actor option and exit GUI. That should work. We'll see. Haha. Yeah. There we go. So I can't click this now. I can click this and it removes it. I can add new ones. Oh, look at that magical goodness. Oh my lord. And we can change that up there. Whoops. Potential actors. So we're going to change this to be a little bit. Dot distinct. What? Dog. Count. Hey, hey. Please. Okay. So now it should say 2 potential actors and 11 entries. Yes, it does say that. That's cool. And let's see, can I delete all of these? Ooh, I can. Can I undo? Undo works too. All right, so you can steal that because that works really well. Now I can select these, so I can add a grunt male, and I can add a grunt female. And if I add a grunt female, it adds it to that one. It does. And we'll do a captain female, so there's a chance that captain pops up. So now we have the grunts, and there we go. And I can do, and I could order these by chances as well. But I won't. I think that's fine. This is pretty. I don't imagine a world where I'm gonna have billions of these and all that. But this is cleaner than the other because now I can visualize the actual chances of anything happening from this. So that's really neat. That's really neat. And then the spawn points is going to be easier, I think, to do. So spawn points, we're going to have the symbol X as well. Show spawn point, draw spawn point. All right, so start row X, remove, move, spawn point. Okay, and exit GUI, end row, and we will do the same option field for this, or object field rather, object, and we're gonna have spawn point type of game object, not game time, game object, and 150, and we will actually we'll do 200 to match the other, and yes, it will allow scene objects in this case. So I think that's all we need for this. Just oops, sorry, dog. Okay. I think what we could do is make it so this selects the object. Does that make sense? Because when I click here, I don't want to necessarily just know where it is. I want to actually move it. So, hey, what are you eating? This dog eats stuff. Earlier today, I think he found a chip. Oh my gosh. It's true. Humble brags. Hey, Salem, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did I drop a Frito? I probably did. I probably dropped a Frito. It's my bad. Earlier, this dog was eating deer poo. Yeah. So, but you know what else this dog found? This dog found. Library. This dog found. Let me bring it up. Let me find it. This dog found a very, very cute. Let's see. Very, very cute raccoon. What? Did the photo not upload to this yet from my... You saw my passport photo. I took a really good photo of it earlier today. Did it not upload? It says uploaded just now, but I don't see the photo of this cute raccoon. Photos. Uploading 3 items. Alright, I guess I have to leave the app up while it uploads. Well, the dog found a drain with there you go, with a raccoon in it. So that's the dog, that's the drain, and there's a very cute photo of a raccoon down there. Now every time we go for a walk, hey, get down, get down. Every time we go for a walk, that's where we go first. So yeah, that's that. Where was I? Yeah, so I think I want to make this select. Hey, down. Gosh, this dog. It's only a year old, and apparently it doesn't know how to stay down. All right. How do I make it select object? Maybe it's just selection equals this. Let's see. Spawn point, object, where is it? Draw spawn point, object. Okay. If button oops. Okay, let's see if he just wants out of this room. Gosh darn it. Okay, no barking. Alright. So if we press this button and it's a width of 200, then where's the selection? Selection. I removed that code. Editor, Unity 3D editor, select object. Selection. The selection API. Can I do selection dot do I have the ability to select active object with context? Okay. Spawn point. What's this context? I don't know what that means. Do I need it? I do. What's the context object? I don't know. Can I do both? Let's find out. Huh? It worked. All right. Well, that's fine. So I'm going to keep that button. I'm going to keep both of these actually for now. I'll make this really small and that really big, so that I have the option of selecting it and just finding it in the hierarchy, and I have the option of actually selecting it. Oh, okay, that needs to be bigger than 20 then, I guess. We'll say 50. Actually, how about this? Even better. Make this 200, move the button up, and I can remove this and remove that, and make the button only 50, and symbol, where are my symbols? What symbol do I want? I want to use the I don't really have any good symbols here. Symbol bullet closed. One of the bullet open and bullet closed, one doesn't really work. But we'll see. Symbol bullet closed. Oops. Okay, so yeah, that's if I click that, I select it. If I click that, I just see it. Now I can just quickly select it and move it around and then go to its parent like that. Okay, that works. And if I add a new spawn point, I can now move it, go to its parent and see both spawn points. All right. That's fun, right? The raccoon from the drain. Yes. Did it finish uploading? No, it's still uploading 3 items. I don't know. I blame Steve Jobs. It's not uploaded yet, but it was a very cute raccoon. I don't think it likes that we keep going over there. I need to drop some dog food down there to apologize for disturbing its daytime slumber. All right, so I think that's the gist of the stuff this spawner needs. I think we have a reset period. So the idea is that this will spawn one bad guy at one of these spots. I mean, I guess I could do a chance thing here too, but I don't know if I want to do that. So I could do a chance thing there. But it's going to spawn one of these bad guys on one of these spots. I guess I should add one more option for whether or not we're going to spawn now or wait 1 year. So this is the let me add the thing before I talk about it. Let's see. We need, it's going to be a public bool, really, I guess. So we'll put it up here. Public. We'll add some headers too. Header, lists, and header options, and public bool spawn immediately or spawn at start or spawn spawn now, I guess. So this is going to be true. Most cases we're going to want to spawn now. And in our thing here, in our reset period, oops, period, we will have an option for after this end row. We'll do start row and end row, and we will do left check spawn now and symbol info, and then in our tooltip we're going to put if true, this will spawn as soon as the object is first loaded. Otherwise, it will set its spawn time to be when the reset period first expires. And then value is going to be script dot spawn now, and that's that. Yeah, so I suppose I could add an option that says, you know, resets shorter than the reset period, so I could say like, oh, have it start in a week. Actually, yeah, maybe I'll do that. I can see value there. I have an error, or maybe I don't. It just has to compile. So the idea is like, in most cases, when I load the map, this is going to spawn. And then when the enemy that is spawned dies, it's going to reset the spawn period to 1 year from now. And then if I come back to the map and over a year has passed, it will respawn a new bad guy. However, if I might want to like delay a week, so like you come to the map and there's nothing for a week, but then a week later they all start spawning, even though their reset period is a year. That seems like a potentially cool thing, especially like you come to a map and there's no bad guys, but then you go into the inn and it says, oh, that means I need another option. We need a can spawn. So this is going to be whether this can spawn at all, and this is going to be whether it should spawn on first load. So can spawn will be, if false, it can't spawn. So maybe like you stay at an inn, and by staying at the inn, suddenly that triggers these to all spawn. So that would be part of the code that says, I'd just code for that. Suddenly these now can spawn. And then when you leave the inn, oops, they're all there. So that's a good thing to add too. So let me add that down here as well. So this would be can spawn. If false, this enemy, this actor will not spawn. You should code it to turn on at the appropriate time. All right, because otherwise it's a pointless thing entirely, right? Yeah. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to do is initial period. If it isn't spawning now, show an initial period. So we're going to do all these again, and we'll call this initial period. And oops, initial period. Oops. Period days, period months, period years. All right. And we will do this. We'll say if not actually, we don't even need the spawn now at all. So we're going to move can spawn to be up higher. Then we'll do can spawn, and then we'll do initial period, and then reset period. Okay. So we can remove that. Oh my god. Hold on. Hold on. The dog's back. He was barking again. Okay, so initial period, reset period. We're going to remove can spawn from this, and instead we're going to add a thing here. We're going to do label initial period with a symbol info and a tooltip. the clock will start when this is first loaded, and set the next spawn time to be this value from then. Leave at 0, 0, 0 to spawn immediately on load. And we need a space here. Alright, so that's the initial period, and then the reset period is going to be here. Reset period. After a spawned actor is dead, the next spawn time will be set to be this length after that moment. Right? Alright. Let's see if that works. What's the question? Like a story quest-based event? Makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Seems like a good option to have, right? But I don't like the look of this, so since I want it to look pretty, start row up. Oops, too far. Start row. This start row up, 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 and width is going to be, that's about 100. All right, let's see if that looks right. Do you like the tooltips? I hope you like the tooltips. Yes. So 0, and I'm gonna, oh, okay, I got that. Gotta fix that. Those are the wrong ones. So first I want to default this to 0 for the initial period, and then these have to be initial period years, initial period months, and initial period days. I mean, it could be a value for hours or something, but I can add that later. I don't want to go that deep. And I'm going to add a little thing here that says if script.canSpawn, it's not private, right? I deleted the wrong one. So if not can spawn, then we're gonna say color dot or content color is color dot red. Hey, down! This freaking dog has sharp nails. My brother needs to. I've have quite a few scratches from this dog. Yeah, and then we're gonna reset color here. So if we can't spawn, that's just gonna be red to kind of like give a little warning. Maybe it will be red. Hey. That's looking out my window. There's nothing to see. It's dark, and there's just like a hill there. There's no, like a small hill. There's nothing out there. Hey, man. All right, I can see where this is going. 225. Oh, can spawn. Okay. I can't even click it. Probably did not save the value. Nope, I did not. Okay. I wasn't saving it. Okay, well that's not going to work. That's too dark. So instead of that, we will do on our name. How about that up here? Label big script.name, and we will do script.name and then spawn warning. And what is spawn warning, you might be wondering, or not? Well, we'll say spawn warning, so string or var spawn warning equals script.canSpawn. If it can spawn, oh wait, okay, we can do this. If it can spawn, then it's nothing. Otherwise, it is warning will not spawn, or can spawn equals false. And so, okay, we'll do it a little bit. Reset color. This will be 200, and this will be 202. Okay. We have to give a font size. A width and a font size, I see. Okay. Let's see what this looks like. And that needs to be on the same row. Where is that? All right, start row and end row. Warning, can spawn equals false. That's fine. That's good enough for me. I think actually here, that's not good enough for me. So we will remove these rows, but instead of doing this, we will say if we can't spawn, then we will do this. And we'll just type this in here. All right. All right, that works. Now it's a little bit more. Warning, can spawn equals false. All right, good. And this works, that works. Can we save and press play and have it not remove our settings? Because it removed it again, or maybe I changed it back. I can't remember now. That was a while ago. Reset period is 0. That's not right. Why did that not work this time? compute reset period. Oh, it was right. I did the wrong ones. Initial period, reset period. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm pretty content with this. Oh, I should do... Okay, I have to make another change. If these colors change, I want to do the update colors. Color 1 off. So we will do this by saying var temp color 1 off, etc. And then we're going to do that. But equals script dot color 1 off. I don't know if there's a more efficient way to do this, but that's where we are. Whoops. Whoops. Double whoops, triple whoops. Every error, woof, woof, whoops, whoops. I almost said woof, whoops. Actually did say whoops, whoops. Dog's on my mind, I guess. And then we will say if color 1 off does not equal script dot color 1 off, or or no, come on, I did it. Come on. You can tell. You can always tell when I start getting tired because I make, you know, my fingers end up in the wrong spot. Right? Color 1 on, color 2 off, and color 2 on equals color 2 on, color 2 off, color 1 on. Then we will update colors to color 1 on. This has to only happen when we have it selected. So that should do that so that we can see the updates alive. I guess I really only need to check the when it's on, but okay. All right. Yep, there we go. I just want them to not be red. Cool. I'm happy with this, and we can still draw the default inspector and see all our inspector goodness there. More to do here, of course. I mean, more to do besides adding a space in front of the draw default inspector, because that just needs a space there. I think it doesn't actually do anything in the game yet, and that's something it has to do. So, I have a mastermind group. My mastermind group is on Wednesday nights. I don't go all the time. It's the same one Jason Storey goes to. Excuse me. I don't go all the time. In fact, a lot of times I don't go, and recently I haven't gone because I've been busy with other things. But I do go, and every once in a while I ask questions. Often I'll offer thoughts and whatnot. But yeah. So I think this is going to be it for this stream. I made a lot of scripting goodness. This is working, and as I showed earlier in the start of the stream, for those who missed it, you should definitely check out. This is a really cool thing I've been working on for my game object here. Once it loads. for here so that when or Legend of the Stone, so I click on the main object, basically I can now see all the player stats. These are all computed through the game modules bundle, and so I just wanted to be able to see it. And then of course for debugging purpose I'll be able to change things as well. And I think long term I will probably even add the ability to add weapons and stuff, so that I can more easily check or test very, very, very specific things, basically. And I'll add a similar script to the bad guys, so when I have a bad guy selected, they'll have a similar script, I suppose. And I think I want to redo the bad guy so that the Goblin Fighter female is actually underneath a parent object. I think, and the parent object will be basically this or something. I don't know, but it will be similar where I can see the stats visualizer. I started doing it here, but I had a failed attempt. But yeah, so then I can see them and change their details as well. So there you go. So I want to thank everyone for coming out and hanging out, and for your banter, and all of your health hernias I hope go away, and that your intestines go back to where they should be. And William, I'm glad you learned to not sit on the toilet for so long, and eventually learned how to be potty trained. And I will see you all another time, probably tomorrow. I've got tomorrow off, so you know where I'm going to be. Well, I'm going to go to the coffee shop because it's actually going to be warm tomorrow again. Today was warm too, but I'm going to go to the... where am I going to go? I'm going to go to the coffee shop. I'm going to be scripting. I'm going to be coding. I'm going to be making more of this stuff. So tomorrow we'll be basically moving to the next step of this and making this actually work in the game. Oh, look, and that turned off. I need to make these turn off as well when the game starts. Yeah. So there you go. So thanks for hanging out, and I wish you all a wonderful evening.